Hello guys, I'm going to be showing you how to replace the throttle cable on this Wizard tiller. You remember this from my first video on this channel. 5 horsepower Wizard tiller. Number 1, you have an MTD part that you need. This part right here, MTD 9460503. This cable. I believe it's MTD. Yes, it is. So that's what you're going to need first off. You're going to need an MTD part for an MTD machine. And they still make these cables. This is a brand new one that I got from MTD. So number 1, gotta move the dog. Number 2, you gotta put it all together without screwing up in the worst ways possible, i.e. snapping the cable again. Now this is the difficult part, getting this to snap into place the way you want it. Now there's a way of doing this from the behind. Similar to that. I think, yes, exactly like that. And swing it around so it goes into there like that. This little clip here that just popped off, this goes up in there. I believe I can get it in with my fingers. If not, I'll go get a pair of pliers. It's a necessary part because it's a washer that allows movement of the throttle. I'm going to go get a pair of pliers so I can put it up there. Here's what you want right here. Small needle nose pliers that easily grab onto the washer so you can get it up in there. Hopefully. I'm not a master at this, but I know well enough this is gonna go on similar to that. Push it up just a little bit further and onto it. I need a new washer for it. Oh well, you see how to get it on and off. That's how you get that washer in and out. That's how you hook the cable that way. Now you want this to be in this slot like that. There's a small slot up in there. See that little piece in the plastic? That is where that little band around the cable goes, so it stays into place without moving the cable housing. I call it the cable housing, you can call it the shell, you can call it whatever. Keep all your parts together. And you should know which parts go to where. These, I believe, go to the bolts here. And they, in fact, do. No washers with them. That's one step. 2 is running it through the machine to the other end. But first, you want to tighten it up on this end. Also, pro tip, keep the bag with the model numbers in case you have to go back and buy one. And if you do go to a store to get parts, have the model number off your machine written down. And serial number. Those will always help you. And they're practically needed for finding out cables you need. There you go. That's how it's supposed to be. Plastic rubbing on plastic, or metal rubbing on metal. I believe some of these were plastic. Now, time for the other end of the cable. Gotta run it in to that small block down there. See that block in there? That block in there, you run it through there, and that will hold it like that. Now, as you can see, we're not done. This is where this comes in. This goes on top of this collar. Let me take this off. This goes on the collar like this, and this will screw into that hole. And that'll hold it so the cable doesn't go flying off. Now, we have this bolt here, which is option 1. And if you're missing this piece, you could probably short term bolt it to the here without this metal piece here if you don't have it. Highly don't recommend it, but if you need your tiller and you don't have that part, then gotta do what you gotta do. And I am using 5/16 nut driver. And you never want to over tighten them. Never do it, because it'll screw up the threads and it'll start free spinning, and you have to re-tap it or just suffer with it. Now, we're almost done with that, but we have one more screw. Now, where does that go? That goes up here. It just holds the plastic in just in case. So, as you can see, it screws in there. I'm gonna go get a screwdriver, a basic multi-tool screwdriver. It's rusty. There we go. Now it's threading. And there you go. Now let's get this started properly. You want it at start. Now, here's another part number right here. 7460503 39972. And that is how you replace throttle cable on a Wizard tiller.